Morning guys. It's actually 8:30, but we'll just ignore about that. Just quickly before I start this video, is this lighting not so much better? Yeah, it is. Basically I got a ring light and it's so much better because I had shit lighting before and now I don't, so I'm really happy about that. But sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so basically the video, well, you will actually already know what it is because if you clicked on it you've obviously read the title, but I did a video probably about like a month ago where I asked like British guys questions that like us girlies are normally too afraid to ask. I actually did pretty well, and to be honest I thought it was interesting and I enjoyed doing it, and then I sort of thought, oh, what if I do it the other way around? So that's pretty much the plan. So I'm gonna answer questions that guys are too afraid to ask, or maybe they just want to know, you know what I'm saying, but that's basically the plan, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. Yeah. So the first question, straight hair or curly hair? For me, right, I think I prefer curly hair, but then a lot of the guys I've ever gone for in the past have actually had straight hair. Not all, but some, so yeah, so I would say curly, but maybe straight, so actually I don't really think I care, so yeah, either really. Does acne matter? No, like I don't really care about it. Like, the thing is, it's something that nearly everyone gets, you know what I mean, and no one can help it, like especially like this kind of age that I'm at the moment. So yeah, it's really not important and I'm not going to judge someone by their skin. Yeah. Is their style important? Obviously, like, this is all just like my opinion because I'm only one girl, clearly, if you didn't already know. But for me, like, yeah, it is, like, it's so important to me. I think it's because, right, one of my biggest hobbies is like fashion, and I feel like if I was with a boy that like just knew how to dress really nice and like put effort into like his outfits, I just think I'd find it really like attractive. It's not like it has to be, but obviously like it's nice. Does height matter? I hate saying this, right, but it does to me. Like, I know it shouldn't, but the only reason it matters to me is because I'm tall myself, and I hate being tall personally. I know it's like not something that I should hate, but I just do hate it. And if I could choose, like, I'd either want to be with someone that's like the same height as me or like taller. You know, like, I think like most people I have gone for have been like over 6 foot, but it's not like you don't have to, like, it's not something that you should be that concerned about. It's just me personally being tall. I don't like feeling tall, so if someone can make me feel smaller, then it's sort of like win-win, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just me personally though. Biggest turn-ons. A good like physical aspect, like kind of like biggest turn on. It sounds really weird, right? I feel really weird like when I say it, but I just really appreciate like broad shoulders on a guy. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like very like manly looking. Oh, I don't actually have a clue. But if a guy like has really nice broad shoulders, I just find it so attractive. But yes, if you've got broad shoulders, then go you. Oh man, I swear I chat shit all the time. I think I would also say that I find like confidence a turn on. Not like being overconfident, because that's like the complete opposite end, but like sometimes like it's nice to know that someone is interested in talking to you, and if you're confident, like, it sort of helps that to come across, if that makes sense. But yeah, and I think for a lot of girls as well, someone being confident, like, it's easier to talk to, like, especially if you're a little bit shy yourself, and it just makes you feel a bit more comfortable if you're not thinking, oh, like, oh, is he gonna, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know what I mean, but I need to stop saying like. Blonde or brunette? Brunette for me personally. Does body count matter? So we had this one in the previous video as well, which if you haven't watched it, I actually really recommend you going and watching it. Don't know what happened to my voice there. Obviously, it's not the nicest thing if like you're with someone and they tell you that like their body count is really high. Like, it's not the nicest thing, but at the same time, right, people can't change like their past and like what they've done, so what do you expect the people that have a high body count to just never be able to find someone? Do you know what I mean? I think as long as like you're like treated right and like they care and they're not just gonna fuck you over, which, let's be honest, we don't always know. Other than that, like, I don't think it's all that important. But it's the same, like, if it's extortionate, then obviously it is a little bit like so from that, biggest turn-offs, I hate like rudeness and bluntness. Like, I think it is so unnecessary. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like in person or like on like the phone, like through social medias or what. If you're talking to someone and they're either being rude to you or just really fucking blunt, like, it's just not attractive, like, in the slightest. And that's probably, it's probably my big, yeah, it probably is one of my biggest turn-offs, but yeah. Do we check your Snap Score and Snap Maps? Yes, I think pretty much every girl does this. I mean, personally, I check Snap Maps. I don't really look at Snap Score, and even with Snap Maps, like, it's not like obsessively, it's just like, you know, it's normally, I think I only ever really check it if someone's taking a while to reply and like I want to know like if they're ignoring me or not, because obviously Snap Maps tells you when they were last active, you know what I mean. But with Snap Score, I literally hardly ever bother to look at Snap Score, because so many people's Snap Scores are so high because they either have a lot of people to talk to, or, you know, they could have had Snapchat for a very long time. Like, my Snap Score is quite high. I've had my Snapchat account since like 2014, I think, so it's obviously going to be high, but yeah, that's that one. Do you like pet names? I do, personally. Not like the cringy ones, but like, I don't mind like babe or like, you know, all them kind of ones. Like, I don't see a problem with them, but the cringy ones, definitely not a fan of, but yeah. Okay, so how to tell if a girl is actually interested in you. I might throw this in with the next one, which was like, and like how to tell the difference between if a girl is playing hard to get or if she's just not actually being bothered at all. Honestly, it is quite a tricky one. I think the way that you sort of tell the difference is if someone's playing hard to get, it doesn't last forever, and it's not to a degree where you feel like they don't want to talk to you, because that's just going back to that whole like rude thing. If like a girl actually can't be bothered to talk to you or anything, she will be like so dry, probably really blunt. It's, as a girl, I can see it, but if I'm trying to tell if a boy is like that, then obviously I actually can't tell properly myself, so I do understand. But if they're being blunt and dry and not carrying on a conversation and they never snap you first, they're probably not all that interested. If you're always like snapping first and whatever, if you leave it for like a few days, see if they reach out to you, because if they really care and want to speak to you, then they will do. Why do girls go to the bathroom together? Do you know what? I don't actually ever have a definitive answer for this myself. It's just nice, like, you have company, you can bathroom chats. That some of the deepest, most interesting chats that girls have are in bathrooms, either on like a night out or literally anywhere. I don't know why, it's just nice to go with a friend. Obviously don't actually, I was going to say don't go into the thing together, but actually a lot of the time you do, so yeah, well, I don't know if anyone really understands that, but it does happen, so yeah. Why do girls play games? Why do people play games in general? Like, that is my question. Probably the same with boys. It's because they're either bored or they find it fun. and they like the attention they get. Do girls ever lie about being on their periods? I feel like I've been busted. Yeah, yes, they do. Like, it's not like something that they do all the time, but it definitely does happen. I've definitely done it before. The most common situations for it happening are either, a lot of the time you'd get it like at school or anything, where you'd ask a teacher to go to the toilet and they'd be like, no, and you'd be like, oh well, like, sir, I'm on my period, and then obviously they'd probably let you go. There's that, but then also I know that some girls do it as like, not an excuse, that's not the right word, but like, if they, I don't know how to explain it, but like, to not end up like something going further, if you know, if that makes sense. It's not a bad thing, it does happen. Yeah. Can you get out of the friend zone? It's probably not impossible, but I'd say it's unlikely. I think once you're in the friend zone, either something would have to like really happen to sort of change that. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry about that. What is the ick? The ick, how do I even explain what the ick is? It's sort of, right, where like a boy will do something and it puts you off them pretty much. It's like you ever like had a food that one day you ate and then for some reason you don't exactly know why, but it either made you feel ill or whatever and you just can't eat it again. That is the best way I can explain what the ick is, and a lot of girls unfortunately do get it. Yeah, it's not good, but it happens. Yeah, that's how I would explain what the ick is though. Yeah. I think this is from the song, but do nice guys really finish last? Unfortunately, yeah, they probably do, and it's the same for girls actually. I find it so sad that it's always, and I think there's one later on. Yeah, so why do girls always go for the arseholes? So I think these tie together. I think us girls go for the arseholes and like bad boys because I don't know how to explain it, but it's interesting, and people want what they like can't have and don't know if they can have it. Like, people want it, like it's just a known thing that, you know what I mean? I think that's why, and it's like a bit of a thrill, but in the end, like, obviously, like, you end up realising, and then yeah, and then unfortunately for all the guys that were never gonna mess the girl around or anything, they do quite often tend to like miss out. I don't know if missing out's the right word, because obviously eventually there will be someone that sees like either who you are and it's all happily ever after, but I hate to say it, but yeah, it probably is the case. And I think this really upsets me, right, and like for girls and boys, but I feel so bad for all the boys and us girls actually when someone has been in a relationship and they've been proper like done over, like royally done over, because then in the future that's what can turn people into dickheads and people that will not let themselves like seriously commit and really try because of the fear of getting heartbroken again. And I think it's so sad because it's going back to all the nice girls and guys, they then miss out or end up getting played by these people, and it's just like a vicious cycle, and I hate it, but it is a thing. I think we all know that. But yeah, I really do hate that. But yeah, so just be nice to people and don't mess people around, everyone. What do you actually mean when you say you're fine? 9 times out of 10, when we say we're fine, we're probably not fine. Which I understand is just like, well, why wouldn't you just say like, I'm not fine? There's a number of reasons, and I think it's either because you feel like you'll bore them and they're not interested, and like you just like feel like you're going to burden someone by saying it, or maybe you're angry and don't want to fall out with like said person or whatever, so you think it's best just to not say anything. Or maybe that there is a chance that you actually are fine, you just maybe haven't had the best of days or whatever, or you're just sort of not feeling like talking as much, you know. There's a number of reasons, and obviously there is the whole thing where they could be completely okay and it's just a bit of a miscommunication, but yeah, 9 times out of 10 I'd say they're probably not fine, and I'd probably say to just let them know that you're there if they need it, but don't push for like an answer if they don't want to say it, but make sure they know that you are there and you do care. That's what I'd probably recommend to do. Do you get worried when we're out with the boys? Me personally, no. Obviously, it's actually more, I think we get more worried when you're out somewhere and there's other girls, and it's not because we don't trust you guys, that is literally not it. It's the fact that we don't trust other girls, these girls that don't have any loyalties to us. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, obviously, I mean, if you're watching this and you have like a girlfriend, or even if you have a boyfriend, like if you're a girl or boy or literally whatever, if your partner, like, someone else flirting with them is not a nice feeling, you know what I mean? So I think that's all it is. But no, like me personally, like, I'd have a problem like if I was with someone and they were like, oh, I'm off out with the boys, like, yeah, like go for it, have a nice time, because I want to go out with my friends, you know what I mean, and spend time with my friends. But yeah, I think this one might be the last one, but should guys pay for the first date? No, it is 2021. Ugh, it's 2021. There are some girls actually that don't like paying and will want you to pay, but me personally, I don't really agree with that, and I would never expect someone to pay. If I ever go out, I will always make sure I've got enough money to pay, like if I need to. And to be honest, I expect to. Like, I think, right, what it is it's nice to offer, because it's like the whole like gentlemanly, nice, showing that they're interested sort of thing. But I would always then be like, no, it's okay, like we'll go halves. I think going halves is probably the best thing to do. But yeah, that's me personally, that's what I think. So yeah, so that is all the questions. I hope that was sort of interesting. I just thought it'd be nice to do it from the other perspective. I am trying to be more regular with my uploads, and I have been doing well, touch wood. Touch the wood, that it's gonna stay that way. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, did you hear that? Hope you are too. But yeah guys, have a good night, day, whenever you're watching this, and yeah, I will see you soon. Bye!